All right, guys. So you're reading URANTIA book, and we are in paper 12, 1, section 1, and 14th paragraph. That starts with the outer space levels. So, who feels like reading?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right. Thanks, Kim.
The outer space levels. Far out in space, at enormous distance from the 7 inhabited super universes,
My God.
uh,
Already like, whoa.
yeah, there are assembling vast and unbelievably stupendous circuits of force and materializing energies.
Wow.
Yeah. Between the energy circuits of the 7 super universes and this gigantic outer belt of force activity, there is a space zone of comparative quiet, which varies in width, but averages about 400,000 light years. Oh, can't get my head around that.
That's clear, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you look at that, you
Comparative.
look at video that we watch sometime, that one that's 5 minutes long.
Yes.
They do this whole schematic. At the very end, you see the center, you see the
Mm.
seven super universes, and then you see these outer layers. There's
Yes.
like three of them, I think, or four. And
Mm.
they are potential space of creation that it's just still just the it says as lovely how it says in here is the quiet.
Mm.
Love that. Where is that thing? So beautifully said.
Comparative quiet.
Mm,
Mm.
feel that. You can actually travel anywhere. It's like all these
Mm.
realms are actually available if we can suspend our load of programming and beliefs that we are these humans with these thick bodies that take a long time to shift. That's why we're
Mm.
having these experiences by just simply reading something and something inside you moves, doesn't it? It's like an inner movement. And if we
Mm.
allow that inner movement to move itself even more and reveal to us, not necessarily even through the book, but then through the direct experience of what that actually feels like. I think these are all suggestions to that inner kingdom that's as vast as the outer.
Mm. These space zones are free from stardust, cosmic fog.
Wow.
Stardust is cosmic fog.
Yeah, right.
Oh. Our students of these phenomena are in doubt as to the exact status of the space forces existing in this zone of relative quiet which encircles the 7 super universes.
Mm,
But about 1.5 million light years beyond the periphery of the present grand universe, we observe the beginnings of a zone of an unbelievable energy action, which increases in volume and intensity for over 25 million light years.
wow.
These,
25
these
million light years.
yeah, what the? These tremendous wheels of energizing forces are situated in the first outer space level, a continuous belt of cosmic activity encircling the whole of the known, organized, and inhabited creation.
Hmm. Beautiful.
Still greater activities are taking place beyond these regions, for the universal physicists have detected early evidence of force manifestations more than 50 million light years beyond the outermost ranges of the phenomena in the first outer space level. These activities undoubtedly presage the organization of the material creations of the second outer space level of the master universe. Is that how you say that word? Presage?
Presage.
Presage. I've never even said that word before in my life. Presage. Organization. Okay.
Presages, that comes before
Yes.
sort of
The
something.
central universe. Sorry?
That's right.
The central universe is the creation of eternity. The 7 superuniverses are the creations of time. The 4 outer space levels are undoubtedly destined to evolve the ultimacy of creation. And there are those who maintain that the infinite can never attain full expression short of infinity. And therefore do they postulate an additional and unrevealed creation beyond the 4th and outermost space level, a possible ever-expanding, never-ending universe of infinity. In theory, we do not know how to limit either the infinity of the Creator or the potential infinity of creation, but as it exists and is administered, we regard the master universe as having limitations, as being definitely delimited and bounded on its outer margins by open space.
Hmm.
Delimited and bounded. It's a funny combination of words, isn't it?
Mm-mm. Beautiful. Mm.
Someone like to read the next one? Will I keep going?
Yeah, I'll read.
Okay.
The domains of the unqualified absolute. When Urantia astronomers peer through their increasingly powerful telescopes into the mysterious stretches of outer space, and there behold the amazing evolution of almost countless physical universes, they should realize that they are gazing upon the mighty outworking of the unsearchable plans of the architects of the master universe.
Wow.
True, we do possess evidences which are suggestive of the presence of certain paradise personality influences here and there throughout the vast energy manifestations now characteristic of these outer regions. But from the larger viewpoint, the space regions extending beyond the outer borders of the 7 superuniverses are generally recognized as constituting the domains of the unqualified absolute. Although the unaided human eye can see only 2 or 3 nebulae outside the borders of the superuniverse of Orvington, your telescopes literally reveal millions upon millions of these physical universes in process of formation. Most of the starry realms visually exposed to the search of your present-day telescopes are in Orvington, but with photographic technique, the larger telescopes penetrate far beyond the borders of the grand universe into the domains of outer space, where untold universes are in process of organization. And there are yet other millions of universes beyond the range of your present instrument.
Wow.
In the not distant future, new telescopes will reveal to the wondering gaze of Urantian astronomers no less than 375 million new galaxies in the remote stretches of outer space.
Wow. I mean, just stop right there. 375 million new galaxies.
New galaxies, yeah.
That's insane.
And we wonder if there might be intelligent life out there somewhere. Oh my God.
Yeah, when I watch some of these, on YouTube, there are so many different videos that trying to show us what's out there, and then I often write down like, look up Urantia book. It will
Yeah.
it will clarify a few things before you're just wondering. The answers are already available,
Yep.
but that's crazy. 375 million.
I can't even imagine a million as a number. It's like,
Yeah,
never mind galaxies, 375 million galaxies that we haven't discovered yet.
yeah.
At the same time, these more powerful telescopes will disclose that many island universes formerly believed to be in outer space are really a part of the galactic system of Orvington. The 7 superuniverses are still growing. The periphery of each is gradually expanding. New nebulae are constantly being stabilized and organized, and some of the nebulae, which Urantian astronomers regard as extragalactic, are actually on the fringe of Orvington and are traveling along with us.
Wow. It's
You've
so vast, isn't it? So
Yeah,
vast.
yeah. It's sort of
It
beyond
sho-
what I could imagine.
it shows us how big our mind is. I mean,
Yeah,
it's it's all within that.
yeah.
And you get there faster through feeling than imagination. That's what I found. More,
Feeling. You talk about feeling sometimes cold, don't you?
yeah, yes, I do. Like all
Yeah.
the time. Because I'm constantly so blown away by this kind of what the schools of feeling make available. Like, 'cause there's so many schools of thought that preoccupy general
Yeah.
population. But
Yeah.
the feeling realms are just it's just like mysteries.
Yeah. That's true. Our science, the Western
Yeah, it's all
science
potpourri.
world has taken all feeling out of it.
Oh, completely. And yet the feeling is so rich. So there's so much there. If one could just really even like pause for a moment and go, how am I really feeling? And discover that it's got nothing to do what we think. And even that's just you. That's just me here, right? Going like,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
am I actually really feeling? And then this these feelings come on that I go like, wow, if I didn't pause a moment and be still and be informed by the feeling rather than me observing the feeling, like most of the scientists has observed this universe, right?
Mm.
But if they would just relax and allow the universe to inform them of what it is, rather than projecting onto it what they think is going on and naming it,
Mm.
putting it into an order of some kind so they can have some kind of control over it.
Mm.
Mm, yeah. Next time you're looking at a starry night, yeah, you're looking, yeah, allow yourself to feel it. Like imagine you sending your feeling around out there. It's actually all connected, but we're not connected to feelings, so that very difficult to be transported to different places. Yeah. But then if you allow yourself to feel the cosmos, you might have a very different experience of you might even
Well,
close your
I
eyes
had an
or
experience of it when I was young,
yeah,
in
yeah,
my late teens,
yeah,
and it has always come through my art. I can't help but paint the night sky. It's the
yeah.
night sky, and it's like I described it to my mum as being almost a womb,
Mm,
protective womb.
beautiful.
Yeah, I had an experience as a kid. I remember I was on the toilet and I just
Talked
felt
about that.
connected to, yeah, the stars. It was just like a fleeting thing. Yeah, and that was it. It's
Hmm.
never come again. But yeah, I felt, yeah, some connection.
But you never forget it, you know. It's just something
No, yeah,
stays
don't
with you
forget it. Yeah.
with such clarity, like a deep knowing, and then you try to explain it to somebody, and they instead of just sitting on a toilet, and then they stay with the toilet rather than with the experience.
Yeah, it was odd because I obviously wasn't looking at the starry sky because I was on the toilet. So
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from. Yeah.
I had a holy instant with something. Maybe I don't know whether it was a star or a planet or whatever it was. I was just looking out of the window and it was just so bright, and I'm going like, wow. And then in that moment, there was this vastness of connecting to it. And if I say it, I think it just sounds a bit weird. But that was
Yeah.
such a profound moment. Like I'll never forget it. I'm going like, wow.
Yeah.
I like fully communicated with this thing.
Yeah,
And
you can't really describe it.
logical mind would say, well, good for you, or whatever. But
Mm.
you know, in my inner realm, it's just like I'll never forget that.
And you can't really describe that feeling at all. You can't.
However, when two minds are connected to the feeling realm, and if I connect to it long enough, you will begin to feel it.
Mm.
Alison, do you remember Johnny from the academy?
No.
Johnny?
Oh, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny.
I remember the name, but I don't
He
think
got
I.
married to Chrissy.
No, I didn't know them.
Anyway, the other day, he lives around here. So the other day, I'm just going down and he goes, Cole. And I go, oh my God. And he goes, and I said, like, he didn't say anything. He just say, hey, Cole, I'm just about to gonna tell you about my dream. But I already had the whole experience of that dream. And then he just filled the tiny little details. But that instant of sharing was already happening.
Wow.
Like I could perfectly feel his dream.
Mm.
I could feel his dream experiences. The description that came later just made a few points here and there. But that original moment where just he said, hey, Cole, I'm about to tell you something, which he didn't even say. There he was, fully transferred. And I blame the feeling room for that. That feelings have capacity to perfectly communicate themselves without words. The words, I think they just kill the realm, you know, because it's
Yeah,
so beyond what
yeah,
can be told or described.
yeah. Well, I find with dreams, it's the feeling part that counts the most.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. If there's no feeling in it, it's not, I don't know, doesn't seem to count much.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Hmm. I'll carry on.
Yes.
Mm.
The Uversa star students, excuse me, the Uversa star students observe that the grand universe is surrounded by the ancestors of a series of starry and planetary clusters which completely encircle the present inhabited creation as concentric rings of outer universes upon universes. The physicists of Uversa calculate that the energy and matter of these outer and uncharted regions already equal many times the total material mass and energy charge embraced in all 7 superuniverses.
Mm.
We are informed that the metamorphosis of cosmic force in these outer space levels is a function of the paradise force organizers. We also know that these forces are ancestral to those physical energies which at present activate the grand universe. The Orvonton power directors, however, have nothing to do with these far distant realms. Neither are the energy movements therein discernibly connected with the power circuits of the organized and inhabited creations.
Mm.
We know very little of the significance of these tremendous phenomena of outer space. A greater creation of the future is in process of formation. We
Mm.
can observe its immensity. We can discern its extent and sense its majestic dimensions. Excuse me. But otherwise, we know little more about these realms than do the astronomers of Urantia. As far as we know, no material beings in the order of humans, no angels or other spirit creatures exist in this outer ring of nebulae, suns, and planets. This distant domain is beyond the jurisdiction and administration of the superuniverse governments.
Wow.
Throughout Orvonton, it is believed that a new type of creation is in process, an
Mm.
order of universes destined to become the scene of the future activities of the assembling core of the finality. And if our conjectures are correct, then the endless future may hold for all of you the same enthralling spectacles that the endless past has held for your seniors and predecessors.
Beautiful. Hmm.
Mm.
I was watching this really fascinating, um, like a cosmic kind of um, video on how the planets, some of the planets, they actually, uh, like even the moon, takes up, saves us from impact of, asteroids or something. And you
Hmm.
know how they talk about this belt that's around like uh, they actually say that lots of these asteroids of this debris is magnetized by Jupiter into these clusters. So they actually prevent from attacking or landing on Earth.
Mm.
So they magnetically pull it into these different sections and then orbit it, but they don't allow it to hit other planets so much.
Wow.
Makes
Yeah,
me think about insides, like all the cells doing this and that and
yeah, yeah,
protecting them.
yeah. Like the immune
Yeah.
system, yeah, yeah. It's just collecting and reorganizing, and it was just so beautifully done. I wish I actually copied that somewhere because I go like, wow,
Mm.
that's fascinating.
Yeah. I don't know why this comes into my mind, but I heard someone talking about cancer and how the tumor is actually protecting us because it's got all the stuff in there holding it, away from our other parts. And
Hmm.
when the doctors go in and take to see if it's cancerous or whatever, they actually explode it out and it then spreads into the body. I thought that makes perfect sense,
Mm.
because I've heard of people who they're told they've had a tumor and they just let it be and they're fine. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I suppose if
Yeah.
it gets bigger and bigger, it might be a problem, but for the most part, I think we can live with them and we're okay because they're
Yeah.
actually protecting, it's like these orbits, like
Mm.
gathering the clusters
Yeah.
and, you
Hmm.
know, like how is that not the same?
Yeah.
And
Same as that whole autophagy, like if you do go into the fasting,
mm,
some point, your body begins to eat itself, but it also begins to eat the weakest part of itself.
yes.
Like it goes and destroys that which is which can attack you.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah,
Right.
it's interesting, isn't
I
it?
actually had an experience last time I was reading the Urantia, and I just didn't stop and let it show itself to me fully, but as usual, I'll learn one day. Um, but I had, like, I was reading, I can't remember what I was reading, and then suddenly
nowhere.
out of nowhere came this thought in my mind because I've been reading about the Lucifer rebellion and wondering why it was considered that you wait until the rebellion has completely fizzled out before they um,
Mm.
get rid of the ones who started it, before they actually, I don't know what you call them, decommission whatever them.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just suddenly had a thought come into my mind about it's like a cancer. Our Western society throws chemicals at it to
Yeah,
kill the cancer. It also kills a whole lot of other stuff
yeah,
Mm.
in the body, but it doesn't allow for our own healing systems to kick in and
yeah,
do what's needed.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that it was just sort of explained to me in an instant that our natural healing process has to be allowed to run its course.
mm,
Mm.
It
mm,
can't
Mm.
be forced on us.
That's right. Nothing can be forced on us. Nothing.
So I
Yeah.
did get, I guess I got it, but yeah, it would have been good if I just stayed with it for a moment, I think, at the time.
Yeah, but
But
there's so much
I
fear put out there,
suddenly
isn't
had
there,
an
about,
understanding of that.
yeah.
Yeah, carry on.
There's so much fear put out about cancer or like, well, even COVID, that,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's going to kill you. Better go do this, 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 this.
Mhm.
But it's like all the remedies kill you, not the actual thing to begin with.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
It's crazy. We can't
yeah.
just like let live and let live almost. It's like no matter what it is. Um,
Yeah, we each have
I
to
don't
come to
know.
the decision though, don't we? We all have to come to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not having the fear, I think that's the main thing. But
I was reading somebody said yesterday, like, if you're not becoming your own doctor, you're insane.
Yeah, I mean, uh, yeah. I about 4, 5 years ago, I just decided I'm never taking pharmaceuticals again if I can possibly
Yeah,
help it.
I don't
yeah.
take
Only,
anything really
the
either.
only thing I ever take these days is in terms of those kind of things is paracetamol.
Yeah.
Occasionally, once a year or
Oh,
something.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
something like that, huh? Same here. Someone said to me, like, it's like my husband, he takes so many drugs. And I'm going like, wow, it's like a
yeah.
normal thing. And it's like a daily thing. I can remember I had a friend and she was saying, oh, I'm so well. And then one day she says, oh, yeah, I take about 14 different tablets a day.
Yeah.
I go
And you
like,
know what?
oh, you well, you know, 14
One of
tablets.
the ways, one of the ways we've been so screwed up is we've had all these wonderful, incredible herbs that have healing remedies in them, like have their own effects. And what the pharmaceutical industry has done has been to isolate the thing that they think is the thing that actually does the work, instead of us continuing to use this whole thing which helps. Like there are things that help.
Yeah,
And trying to
Paracetamol
stop it
comes from the
from
willow
making it.
tree.
Yeah,
It comes from willow bark. I mean, why
yeah,
not just take willow bark tea?
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's high blood pressure or cholesterol, but it's something to do with grapefruit. Like grapefruit's a natural
Hmm.
thing, but if you take the drug, they say don't take grapefruit.
That's right.
Like,
That's
why
that
not?
they it's for heart it's for heart things. It's for heart if you're on heart medications, you're not supposed to have grapefruit, but the crazy thing about it is grapefruit is really good for your
That's
heart.
right. Like what the?
Much better off to eat
Mm.
grapefruit and not take the pills.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
my mum, my parents, mum had they have to have these containers with each day of the week to keep track of all the medications.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Nuts.
someone's making a lot of money out of this, right?
Because
Oh,
because you take a drug and that it does what it does, but it also constipates you. So you take another drug against
yeah,
constipation, that gives you side effects. So you have to
yeah,
take drug for those side effects, and it's like a natural mayhem, you know,
Yeah, that's
power of
right.
making, like
oh, it's just
oh
completely
my
crazy.
goodness, and the money that it costs.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, someone's making a lot of money out of this.
Yeah, yeah. Someone said that they
A
pay
lot of money. We
$60,
had our remedies already.
$60.
All the cancers have already got cures.
Yeah,
It's
mm,
just,
$60 a week just to
yeah,
eat chemical things that are probably not even necessary, that there's another way to it,
yeah.
you know.
yeah, yeah,
Anyway, shall
yeah,
we come back to the
yeah.
We shall.
What
Yes.
time
Who
is
wants
it?
to read?
9:25.
9:25? Do you have to go yet, or?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
it, mate.
maybe another 10 minutes or so. I'm
Yeah,
good.
It'd be all right if we carry on, Kevin.
yeah, keep going. I'll
Yeah.
listen to the
Okay.
recording
Just
anyway.
don't turn us off if you go.
That's right. Yeah, I remember this time.
Last time you shortened our show.
I was a little bit too excited, I think, or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
See you, Kevin. See you
Okay.
soon.
Leave the meeting. That's right. Okay. See you soon. See you
See
Yeah.
later.
you
Sign and leave. Yep.
soon.
Right.
Yeah,
Universal free.
I'm closer to where we meet up, so I've got
Yeah.
more time. Yeah.
So number three, universal gravity. all forms of force, energy, material, mindal, or spiritual, are alike subject to these grasps, those universal presences. Oh, God, I love this stuff. Oh, which we call gravity. Oh, personality also is responsive to gravity. Isn't that interesting? To the Father's exclusive circuit. But though this circuit is exclusive to the Father, he's not excluded from the other circuits. The universal Father is infinite and acts over all four absolute gravity circuits in the master universe. Number one, the personality gravity of the universal Father. Number two, the spirit gravity of the eternal Son. Number three, the mind gravity of the conjoined actor. And number four, the cosmic gravity of the Isle of Paradise. These four circuits are not related to the nether paradise force center. They are neither force, energy, nor power circuits. Watch this. They are absolute presence circuits.
Oh,
I love that. They are absolute presence circuits. And like God, are independent of time and space. Oh my God, that's so true. Oh, I had an experience like somewhere in 95 where time and space disappeared for an instant.
Mm.
No
this
time, no
is what
space. Like
the master
every,
teacher used to say, instantaneous communication.
yeah,
And that's what it is. It's
that's it.
instantaneous communication. There is nothing keeping us apart from
Yeah.
those.
And you just fall into this presence, like this present. You know, they even talk about removing the barriers to love's presence as well, like
Mm.
being present there. In this connection, it is interesting to record certain observations made on universe during recent millenniums by the corps of gravity researchers.
By the
This,
core.
thank you.
Sorry, a
Yeah,
corpse is a dead body.
yeah. What is it called? Core.
Oh, it's pronounced
Core. Yeah, the
cool.
P is silent. Oh, the P is silent. It's just core.
Oh, thank you for that.
That's right.
This expert group of workers has arrived at the following conclusions regarding the different gravity systems of the master universe. I reckon this book is better than sex.
We get it twice a week.
Yeah, we get it. Oh, I get it all the time.
Well, yeah.
Uh, except sometimes when I'm listening to some discussions, I'm like, ooh, nothing sexy about it.
Pinky.
Yeah. Physical gravity. Having formulated an estimate of the summation of the entire physical gravity capacity of the ground universe, they have laboriously effected a comparison of this finding with the estimated total, excuse me, of absolute gravity present now operative. Yeah. It's the thing that you can only feel. You feel the gravity. You don't think it. These calculations include that the total gravity action of the grand universe is a
Oh,
very,
these calculations indicate.
thank you. These calculations indicate that the total gravity action of the grand universe is a very small part of the estimated gravity pool of paradise, computed on the basis of gravity response of basic physical units of universe matter. These investigators reached the amazing conclusion that the central universe and the surrounding seven super universes are at present time making use of only 5% of the active functioning of the paradise absolute gravity grasp. Wasn't sure if I should say the P at the end.
Yeah, English is crazy, isn't it?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, just like we say here, we're using only 5% of our capacity or our potential.
It's true,
Isn't it
isn't it?
interesting? Yeah. You guys
Wow.
ever seen that movie called Lucy?
No.
Oh, watch it. You love it.
Where do you find it?
Keep looking. It'll
That's
be
Scarlett Johansson, isn't it?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson, but it's on Netflix. But it could
It's
be
very
some.
violent, isn't it? It's very violent.
It's got, unfortunately, and this is the thing about Luc Besson, and he makes these amazing movies, really, with
Mm,
incredible message, but he also throws an enormous amount of trash. Like in even in Lucy, there is this opening scene that goes forever, and it's so violent and it's so
mm.
sick in a way.
I think it put me off watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
But
think I'm
yeah,
gonna watch
that would definitely put you off. But there
Mm,
is so much good. There's so
mm,
much sort of like suggested that she basically takes this drug that mother makes when she's growing a baby inside her, and they made this drug available, and she unfortunately takes it in a large amount, and it just kicks in this whole process of where her mind just goes from 5%, it just keeps going to 10% of 20%
mm,
capacity. And she's talking what she's experiencing.
mm,
And some of those things where she's already kicked into this another way of being, really, where she's ignited within. And the things she says are so so on the money, if what we talk about often, with particularly with the
mm,
feeling realm. She goes, Mom, she goes, her mother, she goes, Mom, I feel everything.
mm.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. But I definitely skip a few sections. Towards the end, there are these endless car chases, like
Mm.
stupid ass, and shootings. But if you
Yeah.
skip those, there are some profound visualizations where, where her capacity to connect to absolutely everything
Mm,
is gone through the roof until she disappears because she goes to the 100% where phew,
mm.
it's a brilliant movie, and but feel free to skip the stupid sections.
had to pee.
Oh,
Sorry. I missed it, but that's right. I heard the first and last bit, so I think I sort of
Yeah,
worked out at
yeah, no,
least.
it's really well done. Sometimes I watch it and I just go straight for those moments where she's already activated rather than watching all the crazy stuff that goes on at the beginning.
Mm.
Mm.
Oy.
Now, where did I stop? Yeah. In other words, at the present moment, about 95% of active cosmic gravity action of the Isle of Paradise, computed on this totality theory, is engaged in controlling material systems beyond the borders of the present organized universes. These calculations all refer to absolute gravity. Linear gravity is an interactive phenomenon which can be computed only by knowing the actual paradise gravity. Wow.
Yeah. I wish I could understand more of this, but anyway.
It will come.
Yeah.
You know how some sections you read and it's just like Spanish, and then suddenly you read something and you go, "Oh my God!" Like you have this inner world revelation where everything begins to explode within you.
Yeah.
Remember the times when you just couldn't stop laughing?
Oh, actually, I better go now. Yeah.
All
Oh,
right, guys. Well, let's
Yeah.
leave it.
okay. We're up to spiritual gravity, number two.
Right. Okay.
I'll mark it, and we'll see you guys
All
on
all
Sunday.
right. Thank you. Yeah. See you.
All right. Yep. See you,
Bye.
Kim. Lovely.
Bye. Bye.
Hey.
There we go.